Hello, fifth grade. It's so good to see you, and I hope that you, like me, are enjoying some time outside in the weather this beautiful week. We're going to today go through the answers on page 134 to practice C, and I'm going to introduce you a little bit to some of the possible things you might have written about practice D. So let's take a look on page 134. Again, because all of these are ones where you could have come up with your own adjective to put in each of these blanks, you might have something that's a little bit different. Maybe you picked a different word, but as long as you've used each word only once, this is just an example of what it might sound like to go through all of the sentences on practice C, adding in those adjectives. So for number one, for example, our family went to an incredible music festival last summer. The festival was in a beautiful park near Toronto. We enjoyed the amazing music for 3 days. Fortunately, we had warm, sunny weather each day. Talented performers from all over the world were playing traditional folk music. A brass band from Tijuana played Mexican cowboy tunes. Again, for every single one of those, you might have switched out for a different word, but those were just some options that might help inspire you, different things that you could have put in. Don't mark it wrong if you don't have exactly that. This is just if you got really stuck and you needed some help getting some good ideas. As you go through for that second half, again, just put in your own adjectives. Try and use each one only once, especially if you come up with some of your own. And then look over at practice D. Now, hopefully you did this part yesterday, but if you got a little stuck, I want to help you out. You can improve your writing by combining two short related sentences into a single sentence. Only one way to do this is to move the adjectives from one sentence into the other sentence, and the combined sentences will sound smoother. So you saw the example for number one. A bagpipe sound is unforgettable. The sound is strange. You could combine those two to make it a bagpipe's strange sound is unforgettable. You also could have changed it to something like a bagpipe sound is strange and unforgettable, combining those two with that conjunction and. For number two, we've got ancient Roman musicians played the bagpipes. Ancient Persian musicians did too. Now we see the repeated word there is musicians, so ancient Roman and ancient Persian are both adjectives that modify the word musicians. You could combine those to say ancient Roman and Persian musicians played the bagpipes. Number three. Scottish and Irish bagpipers are well known today. Number four, we listened to the loud, colorful instruments. Number five, the theremin is a modern electronic instrument. Again, for all of these, we see that we're learning a little bit about these instruments, and in each sentence, you've got different adjectives. If you combine them in this way, it makes the sentences a little easier to read, a little bit more interesting. Number six, a Russian scientist invented the theremin in 1920. Number seven, the theremin has a long antenna. Number eight, musicians move their hands over the antenna to make eerie sounds. Think about all of the words that you're saving by just using that adjective within the first sentence instead of needing to have that complete second sentence for it. So keep up that practice. Today you're going to do a fun activity using Nearpod with some matching, some review of other kinds of parts of speech. So as you go through on Google Classroom, follow that link and pace yourself through that Nearpod. It shouldn't take you too long, but it's a nice way to continue practicing these adjectives and get us ready for some of our later exercises. I miss you guys, and I hope you have a great time doing that activity.